Archangel Michael says, on July 2, 2025, you'll move from your house to a new one. Don't ignore this. Open before it's too late. My dear child, Archangel Michael has a message for you today, so please don't skip this video. Heaven has already moved in silence, and today the silence has broken for your name. On this sacred day, Archangel Michael stood at the gates of your destiny and whispered it to the wind. Their feet will not remain in the same place anymore. Their name is being released. A shift is happening now. You have prayed in secret. You have cried in rooms no one knew about. You sat beside walls that never answered back. You touched doors that never opened. And yet, God saw all of it. Every tear that dried on your pillow was counted. Every night you told your soul, just hold on a little longer, was recorded in heaven's scroll. And today, Michael brings that scroll to earth. He is not coming with fire. He is not coming with a sword. He is coming with keys. Yes, divine keys. The kind that do not rust. The kind that unlock doors you've only seen in your dreams. Archangel Michael is standing at your spiritual doorway holding the blueprint of your next house in his left hand and the timeline in his right. And he says, to end July 2025, they will move. They will not cry in that same corner again. They will not be hidden behind that same window again. I will carry them. I will make the way smooth. I will go ahead of them. This is not just about a physical house. This is about the spiritual house too, your mind, your body, your peace. For too long, your atmosphere has been cluttered with energy that did not belong to you. The walls have absorbed pain that was never yours to carry. But now, heaven is cleansing the air. Archangel Michael is clearing every invisible fog. He says, their soul deserves fresh breath. Their laughter must echo again. God has ordained that your next address is not just a location, it is a divine portal. A place where your blessings will arrive without being delayed. Where you will feel what it's like to be fully loved, seen, protected. Someone in the heavenly realm, maybe a relative who passed, maybe a soul who always watched over you, has been pleading with God to rescue you from where you are. And God listened. That's why Michael is here. That's why your spirit feels like something is shifting. You are not crazy. You are not imagining this. Something divine is approaching your reality like thunder rolling in the sky you cannot yet see, but it's already there. The clouds are pregnant with your change. And it's coming. Archangel Michael speaks gently but firmly, don't ignore this. The message is sacred. What is coming is irreversible. This is the time. This is the exit. This is the divine relocation. Prepare your heart. Get your spirit ready. The door will be unlocked soon, but only if you open this now. There is a moment when heaven stops everything to focus on one name, and today that name is yours. Your spirit has been heard in places your voice never reached. A divine relocation is no longer a hope, it has become a written decree. Archangel Michael didn't just pass by your home, he entered, he inspected, he listened. He walked through your hallway when no one else was around. He stood silently at your bedside while you prayed with doubt hidden under your breath. And God said to him, "This place is not enough for my child anymore. Move them." This shift is not because you failed. This shift is not a punishment. This is the answer to the prayers you whispered years ago and then forgot. God never forgot. He saw what others ignored. He watched you serve from an empty cup. He watched you host people who never honored your presence. And still you were kind. Still you forgave. Still you loved without return. This is your reward season. Your tears were currency. Your obedience was an offering. Now heaven is making a withdrawal on your behalf. Archangel Michael stands at the edge of this season, holding your release papers. He is watching over every document, every contract, every arrangement behind the scenes. You thought you were stuck. You thought nothing would change. But you didn't know angels were moving through the earth at God's command just to clear a space for you. A new address is already vibrating in the spirit. It is marked by peace. It is sealed with favor. You won't have to fight for it. You won't have to prove anything. You will simply walk in. And when you arrive, your soul will recognize it. Your body will breathe in a way it hasn't in years. You will sleep deeply again. You will wake up to sunlight that feels like God's face smiling at you. The room you're in now held your survival. But the next one will hold your expansion. This current roof covered you in storms, yes, but the next will crown you in celebration. Archangel Michael wants you to understand, you are not just moving houses, you are stepping into a completely different spiritual frequency. The environment itself will prophesy to you. You will see signs on the walls. You will hear messages in the quiet. You will feel angels passing through the space like wind. It is sacred. And it is yours. Michael's voice grows stronger now. He says, "Tell them again. This is not to be skipped. This message is not for entertainment. This is alignment. This is their divine moment to respond. If they miss it, the delay will return. But if they open it now, everything will shift in a way they could never imagine. You must begin to prepare, not by packing boxes, but by clearing your heart. Let go of the pain that taught you survival but now threatens to block your miracle. Forgive the ones who never apologized. Release the weight that cannot come with you. Because what God is building is too sacred for bitterness. too holy for heaviness. You are being invited to a house of laughter, of restoration, of love without limits. Don't ask how. Just say yes. Don't wait for proof. Believe the whisper. Don't stall with fear. Trust the light. Heaven does not lie. And Archangel Michael has never once missed his assignment. Your house is changing. Your story is changing. Your soul is coming home. Archangel Michael has not come with mere suggestion. He has come with a final heavenly instruction sealed by the voice of God. This is not a relocation of furniture, this is a relocation of frequency. Your soul has outgrown the ceiling under which you've been surviving. The windows no longer bring in light, they remind you of time wasted waiting for someone else to notice your worth. The walls have kept you sheltered, yes, but they've also echoed back your cries in the dark. That space is expired. That chapter is closed. And Michael is standing at your door with a scroll in his hand that reads, "Approved." Move them. Heaven is not just moving you physically. Heaven is moving the air around you. People who used to look past you will now search for you. The very streets where you felt invisible will now feel your spiritual presence when you pass. There's a shift happening that cannot be explained with logic. That's why the angels had to get involved. Your next season required divine intervention, and it has arrived. This new house, this new space, it's not random. It's been prepared. Heaven laid it out like a table before your enemies. And the reason Archangel Michael was sent is because this space isn't just new, it's sacred. It will be a place where laughter doesn't feel guilty. Where peace no longer feels borrowed. Where love doesn't come with conditions. You have sown in silent nights. You have harvested through heartbreak. And now you are moving into a home that has your name written in spirit. That's why this can't be delayed. That's why this message is urgent. Because even now, there are distractions designed to keep you stagnant. But Michael has blocked them. Even now, there are old memories trying to whisper doubt, but God has shut their voice. You are not moving in fear. You are being moved by favor. Inside this new home, there is a room with your name on the door. A room where restoration lives. A place where you'll be able to hear your thoughts clearly again. Where dreams you shelved will come back to life. Where your smile won't feel forced. Michael says this is where the weight on your chest will dissolve. This is where your nights of pretending to be okay will end. God is not just relocating you for comfort. He is relocating you because the place you're going holds prophetic alignment. People are assigned to meet you there. Divine conversations will happen there. New doors will open because you stepped into the right room. And no, you didn't miss your chance. No, it's not too late. No, you're not too broken. Archangel Michael has come to break the lie that says this miracle is for someone else. He says, "You've suffered enough. You've waited long enough. You've doubted long enough. The time has come." And when heaven says the time has come, nothing on earth can stop it. This is not about status or show. This is about soul and stillness. God wants to move you into a place where you no longer flinch when the door opens. A place where the walls don't hold secrets. A place where you can be fully you, without apology, without hiding, without fear. It's time. It's truly time. So breathe. Exhale the anxiety. Archangel Michael is clearing the way. The last resistance is breaking. The final barrier is falling. The unseen forces that tried to block this are being cast down. Your relocation is not only physical, it is spiritual. You are crossing over into divine territory. And heaven is cheering you on. Prepare. Trust. Say yes. A new door is opening, and when it does, step through it like you've already been crowned. You didn't imagine this shift. You didn't dream this change just because you were tired. No, my beloved, your soul was in conversation with heaven even before your mouth could find the words. And God listened. Your tears spoke. Your silence screamed. Your heart kept whispering, "There has to be more." And heaven agreed. So Archangel Michael was sent, not just to confirm the move, but to escort you to it. Your current home served its purpose. It witnessed your survival. But now you're not just meant to survive, you're being positioned to thrive. This is not about bricks and walls. This is about energy, alignment, divine placement. The new space you are moving into was spoken into existence before you even knew you needed it. Every step you took unknowingly brought you closer. Every closed door redirected you. Every delay was protection. And now, Michael says, it is time. The veil is lifting. Walk into your new. The enemy tried to make you doubt this moment. That's why you were surrounded by people who told you to settle. That's why your spirit felt restless at night. That's why even in comfort you felt discomfort, because your soul wasn't created to shrink. You've been outgrowing your environment, and heaven noticed. That ache you've been feeling? That was your spirit outgrowing your old dimension. The restlessness? That was your purpose knocking. And now, finally, the key has arrived. Archangel Michael is placing that key in your hand. But this is more than a physical key. It is a key of clarity. A key of healing. A key of divine restoration. In this new place, you will see clearly. You will feel safely. You will speak freely. God says this is the place where confusion ends and confidence is born. This is where the version of you that has been hidden will rise and take up space. Listen closely. There's a reason you couldn't find peace in the last few months. It wasn't because you were broken. It was because you were breaking through. God was preparing your spirit to detach. You started losing interest in what no longer serves your future. You started craving quiet. You started seeing truths about people you once trusted. These were signs, not of loss, but of launching. This was God pulling you out gently, so that when He says, "Move," your heart doesn't resist. And now, beloved, the move is happening. Even if you can't see it yet, the spiritual wheels have already turned. Heaven is not waiting for your permission. It's already aligning. People you haven't even met are being moved into position. Unexpected favor is about to find you. Paperwork is being prepared. Conversations are shifting. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Why? Because God is not just moving your address, He is moving your atmosphere. This new home is not temporary. It is a refuge, a covering, a promise fulfilled. You'll walk through the doorway and feel heaven's breath. You'll feel peace in the paint, joy in the floor. You'll wake up and know, I'm not where I was. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And even your enemies will see the glow that comes when someone finally rests where they were destined to dwell. So Archangel Michael urges you, don't resist. Don't delay. Don't talk yourself out of it. You're not imagining things. You're not overreaching. You're not being dramatic. This is divine. This is real. This is yours. And tonight, when the wind passes your window, let it be the whisper of confirmation. The angels are on the move. Your name has been stamped in heaven. And the door is opening, not someday, but now. Heaven is not confused about your next address. The angels have already circled it, walked through the walls before your feet even approached the gate. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold, watching you with patient, sacred eyes, whispering your name not with urgency, but with certainty. This one, he says, has outgrown where they are. It is time to bring them into what they were truly born for. You may have doubted this message, because your current space has been just enough to keep you breathing. But God never created you to survive off scraps of hope. He created you to feast on abundance. This move, this shift, this transition, it is heaven's reply to every prayer you thought went unheard. It is the divine answer to the unspoken ache in your chest, the longing to finally belong somewhere that matches your light. This is more than a change of location. This is a change of life. In this new place, you will see your reflection differently. You won't just see the tired version of yourself you've been dragging through each day. You will see the royal you, the healed you, The whole you. The you that God created before the noise, before the heartbreak, before the betrayals. The you that remembers heaven's promises. Michael says this is why you've been feeling the shift in your spirit. You couldn't explain it. People around you didn't understand why you suddenly became quiet, why you started pulling back, why your heart stopped engaging in shallow conversations. But the truth is, your soul was preparing to move. And anything that would not go with you started falling away. Not everyone can enter your next season. And that's not punishment, it's protection. The house you're leaving behind carries memories, but it also carries burdens. Rooms filled with silence that weighed more than sound. Corners that remember tears you never spoke aloud. Walls that witnessed your strength when no one else clapped for it. You were faithful in that space. But now God says, you have passed the test. I'm graduating you. And so, a new address waits. Anointed. Cleansed. Blessed. You won't have to force it. The timing will align like gears in heaven's clock. The doors will open not by hustle, but by favor. The right call, the right moment, the divine alignment, it's already written. You don't have to beg for it. Just believe for it. Archangel Michael reminds you, God does not tease his children. If he showed it to you in your dreams, he will bring it to you in your reality. He does not send false hope, he sends divine previews of what's already yours. Your new home may come quietly. You may walk into it thinking it's just another space, until your spirit recognizes it before your eyes do. You will know, not by what it looks like, but by how it feels. Peace will wrap around you like a robe. The air will carry clarity. You will sleep deeply. Wake up differently. And slowly, joy will return like a familiar song you forgot the words to, but never the tune. And the best part? You won't walk in alone. Heaven will enter with you. God will inhabit every room. Angels will take their posts. Archangel Michael will place his sword at the door. And what once entered your space to confuse you, use you, or wound you, will now be denied access. Because this new season comes with protection that cannot be shaken. So, dear one, don't cling to what is ending. Don't beg the old season to stay. Don't fear what you're walking into. Trust that if heaven is calling you forward, then there is something sacred waiting on the other side. And tonight, while the world sleeps, your name is on a scroll in heaven's hand, next to the words, approved, moved, sealed. You are not lost. You are being led. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered loudly in the halls of glory. And if you dare to say yes in your spirit, the next door will open, and your miracle will no longer be pending, it will be present. And now, child of heaven, Archangel Michael lifts his hand slowly and places it upon your door, not the physical one in front of you, but the door in the realm of spirit. The one that has waited. The one that has remained locked until now. There is a vibration around it. A soft trembling. It's not because the door is weak, it's because the blessing behind it is too large to remain hidden much longer. The moment your heart says, yes, the hinges will break open with divine fire. Do you know why you felt so restless lately? Why the things that used to satisfy you now feel empty? Why the walls around you feel like they are closing in even though nothing has physically changed? Because your spirit has already moved ahead of your body. Your destiny is calling your feet to catch up. Heaven has outgrown your current environment, and your soul is aching to meet the future that was already prepared. Michael says, your name was spoken in heaven's council. Not because of what you did wrong, but because of what you have endured silently. God saw when you cried yourself to sleep in rooms that felt colder than they should have. He saw how you smiled to others even when the weight inside your heart was unbearable. He saw you whisper prayers into the dark not knowing if anyone heard. And now, He is responding not with just comfort, but with movement. This move is not just geographical, it is emotional, spiritual, and prophetic. You are not only moving homes, you are moving atmospheres. You are exiting out of the stale air of survival into the fragrant winds of favor. The pain you buried in your current home will not be allowed to travel into the next one. Archangel Michael has already commanded his angels to strip every hidden sorrow from your path. They will not accompany you. Only peace, joy, clarity, and divine restoration are allowed through the gate of your new season. There is something you must understand: this move is not random. It is orchestrated by timelines that were established long before you were born. Your grandmother prayed for this. A loved one who passed too early whispered your name in God's ear and asked that your home would never again be a place of confusion. Those tears you cried, they watered the soil of a house that's being handed to you. One where you will not weep anymore, but dance. And when you enter that home, pay attention. Something supernatural will happen in the first 3 days. Either a dream, a letter, a vision, or even a stranger will confirm that you have stepped into the place where heaven's breath rests. You may feel a pressure lift. You may sleep the deepest sleep you've ever had. Or you may feel tears rise, not from sadness, but from a sense of coming home to yourself after wandering for too long.